Shalom, Mishpaka. Hey, so just want to come before y'all with a Hebrew word study real quick. It's very prophetic. The Most High moved on me to talk about this because it's actually what's happening in the land of our captivity, right? So Mahershalalhashbaz, right? The Hebrew word for spoil is the word baz, right? And it's the Hebrew letters Bet Zion, right? Bet Zion. So, as you know, our son's middle name, right? Obviously, his first name, Yahusha Nazir, middle name being Mahershalalhashbaz, right? The end of his middle name, Baz, literally, well, that word Mahershalalhashbaz means that the spoils are going quickly, right? And it's regarding the nations. So that name came prophetically in the book of Isaiah, chapter 8, right? When Isaiah, Yeshayahu, was prophesying about the spoils of the northern kingdom, how they would be spoiled, and they would go into captivity into the land of Ashur, which is present-day Turkey, right? So to make a long story short, that name, Mahershalalhashbaz, is prophetic because what do you think's happening now? Now I'm going to explain its prophetic nature as we dive into the word Baz, right? So the word Baz literally means spoil, right? You look it up in the Strong's, it's the Strong's number 957, right? And it literally means a house cut. So again, the letters Bet, right? House in Hebraically, and then Zion is a weapon to cut off. So when you put the two letters together, you get the word spoil, which literally means a house cut or a house divided. Now, obviously this past week was quote unquote election week. They talking, and again, we watch this, we only watch this stuff for entertainment really, because we're vested in Yahuwah. We're vested in the ancient path, not in Babylon. But it's just funny because you have never seen this nation more cut and divided than it is now, right? I'm talking about the division crazy. You got, conservatives on one side, liberals on the other side, and then, everybody else in between, right? And what's so deep about it is, again, this word Baz literally means a house cut or a house divided. Now, what did Hamashiach say? Hamashiach literally said, right, when the Pharisees tried to accuse him for casting out devils by the Ruach of Beelzebub, which was blasphemy, by the way. He like, listen, Hasatan can't cast out Hasatan. And I've said it over and over again. I'm going to keep saying it. This election, everything that's going on here in this nation, it's Hasatan versus Hasatan. Wickedness versus wickedness, right? At the end of the day, the spoil is coming. Why? Because Hamashiach literally said a house divided will not stand. This house, this nation is completely divided, more than it's ever been, probably since like the Civil War, right? Which goes back to what? The slaves being freed, right? That was a big scenario during that time period. Study it. Around 1865, right? The quote unquote Emancipation Proclamation, that was all surrounded around the idea of slaves being freed. Well, guess what's happening right now? Yahuwah is freeing his people, which is another reason why the spoil of this nation is coming quickly, because Yah's people are being freed. Hallelujah. And what is he doing? He's dividing the nation where we have been held captive in, right? Now let's look a little deeper into this word Baz, so you can see the prophetic nature and significance, right? A house cut or attacked. An enemy would plunder a household for goods to supply themselves as a bird of prey attacks its prey, right? Baz, spoils, the removal of what is of value. You got to understand, us being removed from here, us being freed, we are the value. We are the jewels of Yahuwah. And us waking up to who we actually are as his elect, as the house of Yasharel, and well, specifically Yehuda, right, who's going to be delivered or redeemed first, right? Understand, we are what is of value. But even deeper than that, the actual valuable things to this nation are going to be spoiled by this nation's enemies. Why? Because it's according to the prophecy, right? Read Isaiah 13, Yeshayahu 13 and 14, and see how the spoils are going to go in Babylon. Read Jeremiah chapter 50, 51, 52, right? Read Revelation. I know a lot of y'all scared of that book, but read it. Why? Because you will see that the spoils of Babylon is going to go quick. It actually talks about how within 1 hour this whole thing is going to be shut down and spoiled. So, Baz, the word spoiled, Hebraically, get your mind out of the idea of that literally. I mean, in a way, it makes sense, right? When something is spoiled in a refrigerator, what do? You throw it away, right? Well, when this nation is being spoiled, guess what's happening? Yahuwah is judging this nation. So just something to meditate on, right? When you flick on the TV and you see, states divided, right? You see the House, literally the House of the Senate House and the Congress and the House of Representatives and all the things that this nation relies on politically divided. It's the prophetic word of this house getting ready to be spoiled. The spoils are going quick. Mahershalalhashbaz. Just something to meditate on. Shalom, family.